95% of leaders think they're self-aware, but the research suggests that only 10 to 15% are actually self-aware. Which group are you in? Those statistics are real. Organizational psychologist Dr. Tasha Eurich, her book Insight, highlights how those leaders who are self-aware have higher success in their careers. That's what I want to talk to you about today. If you're a leader, I want to talk to you about developing your self-awareness. If I asked you to describe your leadership style, you would probably say things like collaborative, supportive, engaging, maybe even results orientated. And that's what you want to be, but let's be frank, that may not be what your team experiences. What it comes down to, who you really are and what your leadership style is not determined by you, it's determined by your team. Your team will determine the type of leadership you have. And if you're not self-aware, you could be sending the wrong messages. Because here's the thing, your leadership style isn't what you believe, it's what your team experiences. And that's a key differentiator. And that difference makes all the difference. The difference between your intended leadership style and the experienced leadership style need to be aligned. And in continuous improvement, that alignment means everything. It's your integrity, it's your credibility at play. Who you intend to be and who you are need to be aligned in order for you to be an effective and engaging leader. And we're not just talking about how you lead. We're talking about how you show up each and every day. And when it comes to your leadership style, when you're under pressure, the true leadership style comes to the surface. Leadership isn't just about what you do. It's also about how you create behaviors in others. How do you guide those around you to be able to be also self-aware of their behaviors? The interaction of the team, a self-aware team, can be far more effective and productive. When you're interacting with your team, they'll sense whether their ideas matter, whether their suggestions mean something, whether you think that they are genuinely contributing to the success of the business, or whether you're simply playing lip service. If you want to be known to be collaborative, then you have to have collaboration. If you want to be involving, you need to allow people to be involved. That's the essence of self-awareness. If you're simply telling and not engaging and looking for feedback, you're missing the mark. If the leader is self-aware and helping make collaboration a part of who they are, they'll collaborate with others. They'll listen to others. They'll take input. Your staff will know, is this a place where I can grow and develop? Is this a place that I want to feel a sense of belonging and engagement? Is this a place where my contribution is recognized and appreciated? Those are key things for a leader to be able to understand and appreciate in the style of leadership that they have. There are many leaders who don't realize that their leadership style is being displayed without their permission. They are defaulting to who they are, and their team is picking up on that. Over my career, I've worked with those leaders who lead with a sense of urgency and control, and they're more authoritative and telling in what needs to happen and how it needs to happen. Those leaders create disengaged teams. They don't engage and grow their teams together. Their teams respond with hesitation, with compliance, and frankly, they don't own the results of whatever they're working on. They leave that to the leader. Told me to do it this way, I'll do it this way. They don't foster collaboration. Now, I've worked with leaders who do just that. Foster collaboration, who are open to hearing what their teams have to say, and they're willing to engage with their teams on how things get done, and they develop their teams together. That leader drives engagement. That leader drives a culture of continuous improvement thinking. That leader wants to develop their people. And that's an important aspect of a leader. When you're self-aware that you're trying to develop those around you, behave differently. You ask different questions. You engage differently. Ask someone you trust who works with you or who's on your team, who will give you real-time feedback on how you're being perceived by the team and those around you. It was a practice that I often still engage in. When I'm training or when I'm working with a team, I'll ask somebody that I know and trust, and I'll say, I need you to give me some feedback after the session today. I want to know if what I intended was being received the way I intended it. I want to know if I wanted to foster a collaborative environment, Did I allow that to happen? You see, because I appreciate that my team doesn't necessarily receive things the way that I intended them to be received. You see, we often judge ourselves by our intentions and others by their actions. And so, what I like to do is think about the actions that I have. And one of the best ways to get feedback on that is from somebody who's received those actions. And so then I can align my intentions with my actions through that feedback. And it can also be self-reflective feedback as well. I journal a lot, I write things down. It gives me an opportunity to reflect on things that I want to do, things I want to change, things I want to alter, things I want to begin doing that I'm not doing. That's the CABS model, actually. Continue, alter, begin, stop. And it's my challenge for you this week. As you go about doing what you do and leading the way you lead, be more conscious and more focused on your self-awareness as a leader. Ask yourself, do my actions align with my intentions? And I encourage you to find somebody you trust to give you honest feedback, because that's how you'll develop as a leader. That's how you'll grow as a leader. And when you do, you'll see a difference in yourself, you'll see a difference in your team, and you'll actually be able to create and foster a culture of continuous improvement, and you'll drive champions of continuous improvement. I hope I've given you something to think about. Thanks for watching. If you got value out of this video, be sure to hit the like button. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe so you don't miss a single module. And if you have any questions about the content, please put them in the comments. I answer every one.